walrus saved your life? Why are you doing this?
Are you really mourning your humanity? I don't understand. Who in the hell would want to be human?
From writer, director, and podcaster Kevin Smith.
I'm so scared. This guy wants to turn me into an animal or something.
This autumn.
I don't want to die in Canada.
Tusk.
Hey, do you know your child molester, smart guy?
You're lucky your fucking dollar shave, bro.
Growing up, sir. Why are you laughing, sir?
Tell him, Steve Dave.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Tell 'em Steve Dave. Took a week off. Last week, we're back, but back with the new, what would you call him, the new and improved Q? Is that what you were calling him earlier? Before the lights went on? No BQ this week.
No, BQ's busy. I think he's he crossed the pond.
He's hobnobbing.
He's gone back to see his ancestors, right? Will his ancestors be over there?
Sure. Well, Ireland, right?
Oh.
Ireland and Italy. So no. But there is a little Irish leprechaun hopping around on the red carpet with him. Did you see that?
No. You met up with that
I'll summon
right?
up a picture for you. Yeah. He's like, oh, do you mind if there... I heard you have a +1. I don't know where my phone is now. But yeah, I Q on over to see, I guess, go to the In-Betweeners 2.
That dude is obsessed.
Premiere.
Right? I mean, he's kind of let it die down. He was talking about that dude, like, every week or at a certain point in Tell 'em Steve Dave, and he kind of stopped talking about him. And I think that's only because he got him.
Oh, yeah?
Like, he got him, he bagged him, they're friends.
He romanced him and bromanced him.
Oh, yeah, there's Declan.
Yeah, there's Declan.
He looks like Dr. Evil.
He just needs a fucking cat to pet, man.
But I think once Q bagged E.K. Morris, E.K. Morris, is that it? E. Kevin Morris or whatever.
Ian.
Then he stopped talking about him, but obviously that passion still is there because that's commitment to fly all the way over just to see a movie. And I can't get the guy to reply to an email.
That's true.
I cannot get Q to reply to an email, but yet he's flying over to go see his friend Ian. But he won't reply to an email from me.
And
an email that I had passion about. He kind of doused my passion.
Not from what I read. Not from what I read. Your passion seemed pretty fucking full on. Good stuff. Will be announced shortly. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know when Q's coming back. Actually, I don't know about next week, or I don't know what his plans are.
I'm sure once he's back when she's back stateside, you'll get your Q fix. Mm-hmm. But
unless Ian calls him back.
But until that time, we've got the Joan Rivers of Tell 'em Steve Dave, when that person who sits in
when Johnny's not here.
Yeah.
Can we talk?
Yeah. Wow. Talk about a fucking dated reference.
Oh, wow, that's why he's here. Does she even
She's still alive.
Does she use that phrase?
I don't know if she's still around anymore.
She's still around, but does she use that phrase anymore?
No way. She does Fashion Police on that E! channel.
That's all I remember.
There's no way she said, "Can we talk?"
I could only.
20 years.
Could you imagine if Sunday Jeff rolled down the carpet and she was doing the Fashion Police? I mean, you think he's dressed all in khaki?
Yeah, she's like, I thought the crocodile hunter died.
On dinosaurs.
I thought a stingray made short work of that guy.
It's good to be here.
Thank you for sitting in.
Just wouldn't be the same without just two people here.
So what are we going to talk about now? We've had all this time to.
Do you have anything on your agenda?
I actually wrote down something in my notebook and I left it home.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
I had this weird feeling that we may not have structure. Mm-hmm. Q, one thing that Q brings, he kind of forces you to have structure.
Right.
And why I say that, I don't know.
He's not showing up, so he's doing the complete opposite of what you're saying.
But I had this weird idea of, what's up, bro? Yeah, sure. You can take a picture. Go right ahead.
You're on the radio, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right, it's all right.
I was trying not to talk.
It's okay.
Just mesmerized.
All right. We're recording this while the stash is still open for a couple minutes. That was that interruption there. But I thought we'd do like a TSD stew episode.
Oh, yeah?
Just to throw a bunch of old hodgepodge, whatever's on the shelf that hasn't been used. I have some stuff that never got used in past episodes. Throw it out here today and see what kind of concoction comes out of it.
Do it up, man. I'm writing in to see if I can find out what mine. It was something about Sunday Jeff I wanted to ask him, and now I can't remember what it was.
Who are you asking?
I think I was asking Suzanne.
Oh, she has access to your notebook?
I have like 50 notebooks at home, yeah, so she just has to find the right
She's got to find one out of your 50 notebooks.
We're going to see in the next hour if she can find the line I wrote down.
All right, so I know I don't know if you knew this, Sunday Jeff, but we had a little segment going for a while until some of the listeners got a little upset. It was a Hitler section where we just do some Hitler.
Talking about Hitler?
Yeah.
I would never know.
Hitler facts or Hitler in the news, not facts, because I mean facts is we're not really interested in facts. But
does it sound like it's glorifying it too much if you say like bone up on your Hitler facts?
Yeah, but this is more like he still manages to make the news on a regular basis, even though he's been dead for so long.
Mm-hmm. I remember some of these.
So this one that I had that I kind of shit can the segment because some listeners are really upset. They're like, you guys don't condemn Hitler enough in this when we talk about it. So,
you would think that the condemnation would be implied,
Did you guys know that not only did Hitler try to exterminate certain segments of the human population, but there was also a breed of dog that Hitler almost wiped off the face of the earth?
Not the German Shepherd, because every time you see that motherfucker, he's posing with a kid or a German Shepherd, one of the two.
It was the Bouvier de Flandres breed.
Huh?
It's like Morticia speaking French over here.
It was a working farm dog, a.k.a. called the cowherd from Flanders. This is what he looked like. He's kind of an ugly dog.
He looks kind of like a terrier a little bit.
Dirty Benji.
Is he a big dog or a little dog?
I think he's kind of kind of in the middle between big and small.
Name is it
a Bouvier? The Bouvier is a bear of a dog with a somewhat stubborn personality. He's smart and learns just how to wrap his tail around his human's heart. Yada yada yada. But the thing is that this breed of dog caught Hitler's eyes. And he had heard stories of how heroic this breed of dog was, and he was going to make that dog
He's going to teach him a lesson?
No, he was going to make that dog the national dog of the Third Reich. So he goes out to this farm where all these dogs are at, and he goes to pet one. And the first second that he's on the farm, he's ready to don this dog, the dog of the Third Reich.
He's ready to name him?
The dog bites him.
Oh. Dog obviously knows who's bad. He's the hero, all right.
And at this point, he bites him on the hand, and Hitler says, within a second of getting bit by the dog, he sets out a command that every dog, every single one, he wants exterminated. He wants to put this dog down and...
what a fucking baby. I mean, Jesus Christ.
It shows you the mentality, right?
And the mentality of the fuckheads around him that were like, "You got it, boss. All right, line them up." Like,
You want to kill all these dogs? There's a lot of these in this country.
He came close too. They said he came real close to putting these dogs, out.
Extinct list, huh?
People even went so far as to pull Schindler's lists with these dogs. People would hide these dogs. And I say, like, where's that movie about those dudes?
they're like, "Aunt Frank, you're gonna have to fucking get out of this attic, man." I got like 9 dogs I gotta hide.
It's harder to keep a dog quieter though than a human, I imagine, because you just tell somebody, they can't be. You got to keep it low.
You're like, "Shh, Hitler doesn't like you."
But yeah, so that, and we also changed the name of the. It was I forget what we called it originally, but this was for your information. What the segment was called. So for your information this week is, I don't know if you people out there know it, but Hitler tried to exterminate a breed of dog just because it bit him once.
The furrier.
Yeah, it says they're rational, gentle, loyal, and protective by nature. So the complete opposite of Hitler and everything he was, right?
Dog was doing what it's supposed to do.
They're enthusiastic, responsible. It says here that they were almost wiped out in World War I because of the region of the origin and the fact that the dogs were used for military purposes and because they were trained as trench dogs. That was my
These
fucking high
still
school
exist,
nickname.
these dogs? I mean,
Oh yeah. He didn't succeed. That you could still go and get yourself a Bouvier. Is that what it's called?
yeah, but if they were here in the United States, you would never been able to kill them here.
Bouvier des
Well, I guess
Flandres.
I guess they originate more in Europe, and I guess there was a chance, if he had remained, if the dominoes didn't fall a certain way, this dog might not be in existence anymore.
Yeah,
Crazy.
They originate in Belgium. The cowherder of Flanders.
And that brings me up, since we're talking about dogs Sunday, Jeff.
Oh, you got to hear this.
Yeah, I'm curious myself.
New addition to the Flanagan household. New puppy.
I thought it was
Yeah.
me. I thought we were making a big announcement.
Probably lives in the garage.
Yep, got myself a new puppy 2 days ago.
What kind of dog?
French bulldog.
A lot of dog talk today, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of dog talk at the stash. He's
French or English? English bulldog?
No, he's French. He
They're
looks
the
like
real
a bat.
little guys, right?
Yeah, they're little squatty, little tubby little things. They're
Yeah, show me
cute
a
as hell. Just got him on Monday, and I think he
Looks like
slept.
this guy.
Yeah, he slept last night for a grand total of 2 hours.
Okay.
Oh, he has like tons of puppy energy.
No, he's not as that very. He just doesn't want to be alone or in the crate, so he's barking.
I hear you, brother.
Afraid that Hitler might be around, I never know. He might be the next one on the species list.
He doesn't bite though, which is good. He hasn't bit yet. He hasn't.
Usually a good thing.
But he's a cool dog. You want to hear what we named him?
I heard half this story.
Okay, yeah. So we had to go to Baltimore for Comic Book Man this weekend, and we had bought the dog on Friday, but we knew we couldn't pick him up till Monday because we were going to be away for the weekend. My family came down to Baltimore with me, and so we're on the road, and I wanted to call him Peanut. My kids didn't want to call him Peanut. They wanted to call him Rigby.
Why peanut? Like, what was
He
the...
just looked like a peanut to me,
Yeah.
And it just rolls off the tongue.
Stay small. I mean, is that dog stay?
Yeah, he's gonna stay- he's
Just
gonna
grow a little bit, and that's about it.
That's about it. And my other kid had some really crazy, like they like Randolph, like names that you would never name a dog. And so we're driving along, and I just start throwing out names this is like a 3-hour trip, and the whole time I'm just throwing out names. Some good ones, some bad ones. Obviously they can't all be winners. And I threw out the name P. Diddy, and I changed it real quick, and I said, no, not P. Diddy, P. Doggy. And my oldest goes, no way, Dad, that's racist.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think it's the opposite. I think the dog's going to piss all over your house. Pee, doggy. That's what I would think. If the dog says, tell me to pee, so I'm going to piss in the corner.
So they're worried that the dog will come off as racist.
He's a dog. He's definitely black in color.
So he's like Brindle, right?
Yeah, he's brindle, but he's definitely more black than brown. And they were like, I'm not going to go into school and say, after I post pictures of my dog and people are going to go, oh, what's your dog's name? I'm not going to say P. Diddy or P. Doggy. There's no way. Don't even think about it. It's not going to happen. And I said, but why? I go, and she goes, because. And I said, so I said some other names, like, well, what about who's a Snoop Dogg? And they were like, no rappers. And I was like, well, wait. I go, are you telling me that you think that just because if a person's name is a rapper, that's totally off limits? But if I was to throw out like an old, I don't know, like some rock and roller, that would be okay? And they were like, duh. And I was like, oh, so like Alice Cooper would be okay. And they heard Cooper, and they were like, Cooper. We like Cooper. Yeah, Cooper. Let's call it Cooper.
Decent name.
I feel like I have to ask Sunday Jeff to spit out his gum because it's going to drive people nuts. It's driving me crazy right now.
All right. I didn't even realize that.
So, unbeknownst to me just throwing out the name Alice Cooper, they gravitated toward the sound of Cooper, and they deemed it that they would not be labeled as hate mongers or racists for taking that name.
I mean, I can only imagine, like, in our day and age, it would be like, guess what I named my dog, if it was racist or not.
But I mean, I really tried to get into their heads. I go, I guess there's a different, more, like, they're really afraid to be politically incorrect. But I wouldn't think that would be, right?
To name it after a rapper? Like Snoop Dogg? No, not at all.
Are they
no, you know what it is? Yes, it's this this generation overcompensating for generations past, I bet. Because it's not fucking racist to call a dog. Do you know how many fucking people probably have? I mean, Snoopy.
Tons.
The guy fucking took his name from a beagle in a cartoon strip.
Oh, Snoop Dogg?
I mean, I would assume so. Maybe that's not the case, but it's pretty close.
Oh, it's very close.
But I don't think Snoop Dogg would be like, or Jesse Jackson would, not just Al Sharpton would be like, all right, let's lead a march because the Flanagans named their dog.
Could you imagine that guy in the news, though?
Like P Puppy, or what was it? P Diddy?
P Doggy. I say P Diddy. I was just throwing out names left and right, and I said P Diddy. And I corrected myself real quick. I said, no, P Doggy. And they were like, absolutely not. They were aghast that I even said it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was just like,
oh my God, no wonder I'm never invited over to your house. It totally makes sense now.
I mean, I was a little taken back by at the revulsion of that, and they were almost ashamed of me when I said it.
Ganging up on you.
Really? They're just like, you're not allowed to pet the dog. Fucking racist.
I don't know. I mean, you know.
And you don't condemn Hitler enough.
Cracker
we were listening to an old episode, and you didn't condemn Hitler enough. And you have the gall to say that our dog should be named P Doggy. But yeah, so they took Cooper. And so the dog indirectly is named after Alice Cooper, but I didn't even like it though. I didn't fall in love with the name Cooper. I was still going for Peanut. I offered Kirby up as a name. They didn't like it, and so the dog became Cooper.
What's up, Coop?
Yeah, you weren't like. What about what the fuck is that guy's name? I can't remember his name. I'm about to make the joke. Rochester.
Who?
Rochester.
What's that?
Remember he's like Rochester. No. I forget what TV show it was. Now I want you to go back, and I need you to show your kids how racist they are. Mark Curry starred in Hanging with Mr. Cooper from 92 to 97.
Oh, that's right. Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
It's not in their era. They would never know that the dog was named after that hit TV show on TGIF.
Yeah. Like 10 years before they were born.
But I could like throw it in their face, be like, you know.
I think you hold that one in reserve.
Yeah.
For like, oh, you guys think you're so smart? Guess what? When you go to school, you're going to be branded racist.
Check this out.
Ever hear of a little show called Hanging with Mr. Cooper?
Not so progressive, are you?
Wow. You don't have a dog, do you, Sunday Jeff?
I used to have a dog. I used to have an English Bulldog.
What happened? I mean, obviously, I'm assuming that he died.
Oh, you had to put him. He had cancer.
But you didn't want to get a.
Nah, it's because as our first dog, and we got it from somebody else later on, and we didn't get it when it was a puppy, and we already had a cat at the time. It wasn't really good idea to bring a full grown dog into a house that had a cat in it to begin with. But I mean, they managed for a while. It was just that it's having that kind of dog. I mean, it was a lot of work. I mean, that dog takes you for a ride, man. They were all muscle. But I mean, like his
You
dogs
got
are.
pushed around by your dog?
It was black, you know. It's just, sometimes I don't want no trouble, mister.
Only Dollar Shave could say that joke.
Yeah.
You're lucky you're fucking Dollar Shave, bro.
English bulldogs aren't black; they're white. But no, it was just you realize because I never had a dog before, and you don't realize how much the fucker eats and how much you got to like take. I mean, there's a lot of work with a dog. Got to constantly take it out.
Yeah.
And it's like when it's raining and shit. Because this is when I didn't have a house, so we were in like in a townhouse. So you still had to get out and walk the dog. You just couldn't let it shit in your backyard, because
Oh, no.
you have to walk in. You'd have to
Why
clean
can't
up.
you let
in
it
it.
shit in the backyard? My dogs
Well,
do.
no, when we lived in our townhouse, it's like it's.
You share the yard?
No, well, it's other people's. Well, people, you don't share. The whole yard's not yours, but I'm saying people, they have kids or something that can walk through your backyard because it's technically not yours. It's the whole development.
It's like
It's
shared
not fenced
space.
in.
It's like
yeah.
shared
It's
space.
not fenced in?
No. You can't put a fence in there.
Okay. So, but I mean, still.
But there's certain places to walk the dog. They had certain places that you could walk the dog, but you still had to clean up it. But I'm saying if it's pouring out, the dog's got to go out, and you got to get out, umbrella, and the dog comes in, it's all wet. And it's. I mean, at least your dogs are really small, so it's like
What you're trying to say is I learned from my first dog they're not worth it.
I'm more of a cat person, but like my sister's got a small dog. She got like what's those the Dachshund? Is that like one of those hot dog dogs?
Yeah.
And I mean, she's real small, but she's so friendly. She jumps up on you. I mean, like a dog like that's perfect. I mean, and she she comes in, she just wipes her paw, and it's got a real shallow coat, so it's not all over the place. But, I mean, dog like that I would get. I mean, I'd get like a smaller dog like you had. But what happened to the other one? That's what I wanted to know.
Who,
He still has her.
Socks?
Well, you got two. You
I got
never.
two now.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you said, hey,
Oh, you thought something happened to
I thought
Socks?
There was
we're
a
moving in
trade-in.
with Mr. Cooper or something. I don't know what's going on over there.
No. I
thought I had it with this
I mean,
fucking
it took 3 years because initially I was supposed to buy the dog that's 3 years old. I was supposed to buy them together.
No.
And then it turned out, well, let's train this one and then immediately get the next puppy. And that there was a delay of 3 years in between the two dogs. And that 3 years was needed for us to forget how daunting it is to watch over a puppy. I mean, I have my two girls. They are on a butt duty. All they do is watch the dog's ass all day long to make sure it's not going down or so it's not going to pee or shit in the house, and get that dog immediately outside. So that's all. I mean, their eyes are focused now. They're like they could be snipers. At this point, they're trained. And they're doing a good job, though.
And they do nothing else all day except like they take shifts.
Yeah, they take shifts. Like one was like, I can't watch a dog anymore. Can you watch a dog? Make sure he doesn't go to the bathroom. And and we've learned a lesson last night that since he didn't sleep, we let him sleep too much in the daytime. We got to let him play a little bit more because he didn't sleep at all last night. Yeah, he cannot be sleeping all day long. He's got to sleep at night.
Well, you were tired today when you came
I
in.
was
When
really
you came
tired.
in, yeah.
He kept us up all
I assumed
night.
you had graveyard shift.
You get along with the other dog?
Oh yeah, we were worried that that there may be some conflict maybe, but they seem to be getting along really good. There doesn't seem to be any problem. So far so good. I guess I'm going to probably draw the line at 2 though. 2 dogs, that's enough. But I've always dreamed since I was a little boy of having 2 dogs, living in a 2-dog house. I don't know why.
Starting the Fourth Reich and bringing in some Fleur de Lairs.
But yeah, it's always been like a dream of mine to have 2 dogs. I have no idea why, but it's always been like the perfect formula for happiness would be in a happy home would be 2 dogs. I don't know why.
Well, I've only had them since Monday, so it's kind of hard to prove your theory in 3
Wait
days.
another week.
Yeah.
I mean, from a very early age, I've always longed after simple things, like and that's like work a simple job. Don't have a wonderful wife, have 2 kids, 2 dogs, 2 cars, and that would be
Noah's
it.
Ark
No
over there.
more than that. Like that, any more than that, you're asking for trouble. I think.
You throw off the balance. You have three dogs, 3 kids.
Well, I definitely can't have 3 kids, so unless we
over.
adopt. Dogs, I mean, I'm already in the hole for $3,000 on this one. I don't think I'll be buying another dog. It cost me $3,000 Sunday, Jeff. Huh?
I remember when you bought the other one. The other one drove you out.
She was
It was
bad.
like a mental patient.
She was
I told you.
bad. She was so bad, but she turned into a wonderful dog, and that's what made us go like, man, we're like dog whisperers in the house. Flanagan's.
It only
all
takes
of
us 3 years instead of the 3 seconds it takes Caesar Milan.
It took some doing.
Yeah. Caesar's he is quick. He's a bit quicker than the Flanagans, but we turned out a really good dog. So we were confident we had the skills to pay the bills with a new dog, and so. We already taught it to sit already, so we're off to a good start. Only 2 days in.
Now it won't stop sitting, you said.
Yeah, now it won't stop sitting. Now it just, every time it sees us, it just sits.
You'll be on butt duty tonight.
Oh, yeah, I got butt duty tonight. After I leave here, you should have heard what I heard. Like I said, I wasn't coming home right after work tonight. I'm recording a pod. My wife was like, well, who's on butt duty then? And it's just like, well, someone's going to have to pull double duty on,
This is normal, too,
double
right?
butt duty.
The kids are on summer vacation, and the kids are staying inside the house watching the dog.
Well, that's what they do anyway, though. I thought this was better for them than watching TV or going on their phones and texting their friends.
Watching a dog's asshole open up.
Whoa!
Get him! Get him! Dog's like, what the fuck's going on? That show is the Jack Benny show, by the way. The Jack Benny program with Rochester.
Oh, wow, you're going way back. I have no idea what you're talking about. Wow.
Yeah, it was a while back.
All
I
right.
could remember it. So, man.
Did Suzanne text
She-
in?
she
still
wrote
can't
back, I
find-
don't know. Yeah,
she
she's
can't, she can't find one of the 50 notebooks?
She wrote, it says, I said, she goes, there's so many here. She goes, there's so much stuff in them. She goes, I'll keep looking. Then she goes, is the line, I want to thank Ming for him and all the other yellow fellas for helping build the railroads. I said, no, that wasn't it. And she goes, sorry. So
I think that was probably from one of your
I think it was from the
comic book
rap, or I don't even know if I said that. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck it was.
ones. All right, so we're still waiting on Suzanne. We'll see if she comes through by the end
Somehow,
of the show.
after she said sorry, I sort of gave up hope.
First notebook's on.
Yeah, she was like, fuck
Isn't she
it.
watching Sage right now? I mean, does she have the time to go through your one of 50 notebooks looking for one singular line?
She's watching Sage's ass in case. In case she's got to scoop her up.
All right, so I thought on the next on the smorgasbord of this TSD Stew episode. Now you weren't around for this one.
I wasn't?
No, there was an episode where you and Q both bailed,
Oh, yeah, that was like a couple months ago.
and we did an all Sunday Jeff show. And in the Sunday Jeff show, I had told him that we would have, if we had turned it into a regular pod, we would have like Sunday Jeff's investment picks.
Pick of the week.
I remember listening to this, yeah.
And he would come in. So like, this is what I was like, were we alone?
I think so, yeah.
No, we're not. That's okay. Marco's up there. This is the kind of thing that I'm like, why isn't this a segment on I Sell Comics? Like,
Toys?
why,
I would think that
like,
would go
why
on.
isn't there like an investment pick for an I Sell Comics? Like, do they talk about comics?
I mean, I would have to listen to it to know that. Come on.
But I thought this would be like, if we're going to do, if the Sunday Jeff show were to, if it had wowed everybody and was a success, I thought possibly it would turn into a regular weekly podcast, but that didn't happen. There was a little bit of kind of like, that was fun for a while, but too much of Sunday Jeff may be.
It's off-putting.
But in that time, I thought I had said I told him, I gave him, in case you got to do it next week, I said, come up with your retro pick and your current pick for the investment corner, Sunday Jeff's investment corner. So you still have those two picks, right? So I thought we'd
I didn't really think of a retro one, but I mean, I know of a future one.
He's only
What are you
had 3
talking
months.
Well, let's say I've only had about 24 hours. So
What are you talking about? I told you that 3 months ago in case we had to break the glass and you had to come back in again to have it always ready.
Well, I guess I let you down. Oh, well.
What's going
went off
on?
my nuts.
This
I
is
don't give a
weird.
fuck.
This is why there is no Sunday Jeff show.
Yeah, he's not the rock that Q
Doesn't
is.
look like there's any Tell 'em Steve Day show either recently. So what the fuck?
Oh!
There's been more Sunday Jeff shows apparently.
No, that's not true. All right. Well, what's your current pick then? For like you're gonna these are the listeners who may be into collecting.
what I saw future over the past weekend at San Diego Comic-Con came to an end, and I saw something on there that really caught my eye. It was the Hot Toys Back to the Future, Marty and the DeLorean.
Marty and the DeLorean.
And the DeLorean.
They announced this at the San Diego Comic-Con. They're doing Hot Toys. Like, these are like 12-inch dolls.
Yeah, expensive 12-inch.
Like a Marty figure.
Yep,
What's that retail for, the Marty?
There's no prices on them yet. I would think that's probably going to at least be $200 like most of the other Hot Toys ones are.
And which is your pick then, the Marty or the they announced a DeLorean to scale with a 12-inch figure?
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. I saw the picture, and it even says out of time on the back.
Now, again, no, you do recall this was supposed to be investment. Not that you thought it looked cool, but is it going to go up in value? That's what investment means.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would think more the car. I mean, if you had your choice between the two, take the DeLorean. I would definitely.
But the DeLorean's got to be at least $1,000.
I don't know. The Batmobile, I think, was over $500.
Who do you think is listening to Tell 'em Steve Dave? Like what what? I mean, it's kind of middle class. Tell 'em Steve Dave. Do you think that they all have
class,
if not low class, with me on it?
But how on earth do you think that like the casual listener has a grand to drop on a?
You don't know if it is a grand yet.
A DeLorean. I mean.
What is it? It's a statue?
It's built to scale for the Marty McFly 12-inch Hot Toys figure.
Okay.
So and we're saying it's $1,000. It may be even more than $1,000. I mean, it's that like kicked out.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be that much though. I can't see it really. It would even be more of a investment because they would do it in such low numbers.
So So let's say it's $1,000. What can you see? What kind of time tab are we talking about till someone can turn around and flip it for a higher value?
I would say once it actually sells out, which could be relatively quick, depending on the price. I would say probably within a couple of years, you would see probably quick because that stuff sells out quick, and then the people that missed the boat are willing to shell out a lot of cash for it. You see it just short term.
Are you going to buy one?
No, I'm not that big of a. Not that big of a. You asked me.
But it's supposed to be your investment pick.
Yeah,
this is what people are trusting your word. If you're not willing to go in on it,
if I'm interested, I mean, I'm not a huge Back to the Future fan.
It's like Charles Schwab being like, "I'm not buying that shit." Like that's what are you talking about?
It sure is the equivalent of that. I mean, if you're not willing to put your money where your mouth is, why is the listener?
Again, if I was a Back to the Future fan, I would definitely invest in it. I'm not really a huge Back to the Future fan. You ask me what's something that's going to be invested in, that's going to go up. I think that's definitely going to go up, without a doubt.
Ming is laughing at us now. Here I was saying that he should have had this kind of segment on his show.
Well, he could.
Now I know why he doesn't.
He could.
How much are you saying it's going to go up in a couple of years? That's the prediction I want to hear.
That's what I'm trying to pigeon him down, like pin him down.
I don't know how much it is yet. I mean, if it's $1,000, I would say you could probably at least get $300-$400.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much it is. You're talking percentage wise.
$200. I mean, I would say probably at least 20-30%. Easily.
Not bad growth for your dollar.
Easily.
Probably better. I mean, it's wiser to invest in legitimate gold than.
Yeah, I think you're probably a little bit better with a nice stock or something. Maybe
not necessarily.
Maybe stock in Hot Toys.
I mean, in 3 years, if you triple or increase your money by 30%, that's considered pretty good.
What's Sideshow's track record for pieces that they released? Does everything go up, or do some things go down with Sideshow?
Now they're starting to
and
redo
Hot
a
Toys.
lot of stuff. They're starting to redo a lot of different, like a lot of those premium format figures.
Yeah.
They're doing another Doctor Doom. So the people that showed out all that money for that Doctor Doom, that was going for over $2,000. Now they're doing another one, so that interest is going to make the other one go down a little bit.
All right. So your future pick is an item that you won't even spy. Can your retro pick be at least something that you have in your inventory at home?
That you did buy. And please let it be worth something more than what you bought it for.
We're going to go maybe with, I don't know, something that I was around when you bought, maybe Mystery Men set of figures. They go still.
Never got them.
Never got them?
No,
dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs. They probably went up a lot. Can't see too many dinosaur figures, right?
Marvel Legends, Star Wars.
Well, Star Wars, yes, but I'm saying you don't know
Godzilla, anything you got? Anything?
Is there literally nothing off the top of your head that you could make money from?
Oh, you can make a lot of money from everything, but I'm saying it's just, as far as if you're going to invest it, you're going to pay a lot of money for it now. If you're going back, you know what I'm saying? You're
He's
paying
the retro.
This is retro, so if you're going to buy that now, you're gonna pay a peak price for it.
But I think your question is, can you name something that you invested in the past that if you were to sell it today,
Yes,
you made money? You could make money. You will.
Yeah.
You will make
but I'm
money
saying,
on.
that's where I mean, as far as
can you name it though?
Yeah, I could have. There's a lot of things. What do you want? Want a Godzilla piece?
Just want one.
Let's see, Bandai
Hedorah, which was the smog
yeah,
monster.
It was about 93.
Okay, what did you buy it for back in '93?
Paid about $45.
And what's it going for today?
About 150, 200.
And so if someone was to go right now, they're listening to this podcast, they put it on hold, they go to eBay, type in Hedorah Bandai.
Mm-hmm.
What are they looking to buy it for today, you think?
I've seen them going for $75, so if you can pick one up at $75, it's pretty good, because eventually it'll go up.
Did you just say they're worth 150 to 200?
That's what it depends if it has a tag on it. There's a lot of different things that are involved. Depends how much they're marked up. The paint's coming off of them.
Okay, so
It all depends. You're asking about something if something's hot right now, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are hot, right? So that's going to be a lot.
So
of
why did you say
Teenage Mutant? Because I said that the last time. You're like,
okay,
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going to come up with something else. Shut the fuck up.
So it's Hedorah Bandai with a tag.
With a tag.
Go buy it now because it's definitely going to go up.
Sure.
You got the Sunday Gift guarantee. This is a piece that will go up.
Or it's gone up.
It's gone up since 1993.
If you can go back to 1993 and buy it.
But what is it? But if someone buys it today at 75, it's a good bet that $75 investment is going to be. There's going to be a return on it.
It's definitely there'll be a return on it. It's like
Brian?
environment.
I see you're on eBay. Is there?
What's it going for? Anything?
Check
out completed auctions. Don't tell me $10.
I'm looking at the dinosaur figures.
How much are they going for? Full set.
That's another TGIF. I'm sure nobody even here and nobody even listening is remembers dinosaurs. Remember
you have such young listeners?
Gotta love the baby. Remember that? That was a sensation for like a year.
You know who did
right?
his voice, smart guy?
No.
The guy, Kevin Clash. The guy that played Elmo. Or used to play Elmo.
Now why did you preface that or end
Hey,
that
do you know your child molester, smart guy?
That's why I said not the
Why
baby.
did you say smart guy after that as if like you were schooling me?
Because now you can learn something.
How well do you know your diddlers anyway? Well, I'm looking at it, but yours, I'm sure, are boxed and sweet.
No, there's no box.
They
They just come with a tag.
Let me see what it looks like.
One bid for $20 with an hour 22 hours left.
You got to go to complete it.
No, there's no completed ones.
There's no completed
is that for
ones?
a full set? Let me see that.
Oh, is that dinosaurs
Yeah.
or Hedorah?
No, I didn't look up Hedorah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got to look at them in package, though, brother.
MOC,
Mint in
bro.
package. Oh, mint on card.
Yeah.
Oh, we can quell our fears too. I spoke to Ming today. The Mike and Ming morning show is not canceled.
It's not canceled. There was
No.
I received an email. Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I received an email from a very concerned listener about this morning show.
Oh God, I
Was
hope
it
you
Ming?
blocked him.
Ming changing his name?
Well, wait a minute. Is the investment section over?
I guess.
So it's a DeLorean scale car for the Hot Toys that you won't even invest in, and a
I said I would
Hedorah.
invest in it if I was a huge fan. I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not a fan. A huge.
But
fan
aren't you a
of
fan of money? I mean, you're saying if just invest the money, flip it, get in, get out. No.
Or you don't like those kind of guys.
Yeah, I don't like this kind of. You got to at least have some kind of passion to it.
All right. So that's it. Those are your picks.
Those are my picks.
You want to talk about Vampirella?
Jimmy.
Or not Vampirella. What was her name? Elvira. Yeah.
That's my pick.
Okay, I got this is a Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Sent me an email, and it says,
Hey, I've heard Mike and Ming aren't doing the show anymore.
I'm concerned about I Sell Comics and what was the Friday morning show, which I'm embarrassed to say to you that I listen to when there's no new TSDs.
You should be embarrassed.
The only podcasts that are regularly uploaded in the last weeks are those stupid ones he does with that girl. Did he kick Mike Z to the curb as a podcast partner, or does Mike have other obligations lately? If so, I think he is really shitty if he did that.
Who,
Well, they
Ming
haven't-
or Mike?
Ming.
Okay.
They haven't done ISL Comics in a while either?
No, I think that they've kept up with the ISL Comics, but their morning show, their second show, I guess due to CBM or other obligations, has been spotty. Spottier than Tell 'em Steve Dave, even.
Spottier than Tell 'em Steve Dave, but the one with the Zen Librarian is not spotty.
No, that one is like
Spot on.
higher hell water. Was it Hell or High Water?
Come Hell or High Water. Yeah.
That one is going to get done. Even if he was in a coma, he would have had a backup that he could have played.
Right.
That he could do with her. I mean, he is unwilling to put that one on the back burner.
That's not going to happen. I mean, this guy noticed clearly. Yeah.
This guy knows this is this morning show's biggest fan right here.
Well, he's not a fan of the Zen Librarian though. He likes the Ming and Mike action.
Well, yeah, he's definitely not a fan of the new co-host that Ming has adopted.
Mm-hmm.
But just to quell your fears,
I'm sure he just fucking breathed a huge sigh of relief. Oh my god!
this morning show with Mike
Could you
and Ming
imagine?
will return.
Could you imagine if Ming went shitty and this morning show with Mike and Ming stopped? I don't even want to think of a fucking world like that. I'd kill myself, eh? You ever see the Cat and Sam show? Does your daughter watch that?
Yes.
Suzanne has this fucking irrational hatred of that girl
I can't
Cat.
do her voice like that, man.
I don't. For some reason, that makes me laugh. How fucking
You ever
blank.
how she really
She sounds so
crazy
blank.
how she can do that the whole entire time, though, over the course of the
How does she normally sound?
Sounds
Well, she's
I
like-
mean, she's actually a very smart person, too, as far as what I read.
And it was canceled, right?
Well, they didn't cancel because of her. I think they canceled it because of the other one.
Because the other girl.
She had some racy. Well, they weren't even. It was just pictures of her and just like like a swimsuit or a bra or something on her bed.
Brawl.
Oh, good. Yeah, the Jeanette McCurdy racy photo scandal.
And they're not really that bad. Though.
Does it like as a parent? Do you care if that girl puts out racy photos?
I don't care.
This is
kid doesn't see
this
it,
is going back a while. Yeah, this is going back
She's
to
like,
April.
I mean, again, it's like how old
They're
are they supposed to
20
be?
they're 22 years
how
old in
are they
real
supposed to
life,
be
yeah.
on the show, though. I mean, it's
Hey, I tell you, as somebody who's on a show, we have morals written into our contracts, moral obligations. I cannot tweet out or Facebook any titillating photos of myself. I'm sure it had to be written into her contract too. It's just stupid, though. Isn't it worth it to keep the job, that nice regular paycheck, than to having to be like, oh, look at me,
I'm sure
I'm
they
in my
would.
brawl.
I was just about to say, wasn't there a picture of you in your bra? Here's the thing, though, with her. Maybe she's just like, fuck this shit. I'm tired of playing.
A calculated move.
Yes, I'm tired of playing like a 15-year-old. I've been playing the same silly role since, it's been a while that she's been doing that role.
because that was an iCarly character.
Yeah.
I'm disgusted. Your respect level is, and you know how high it was for me, for you. You know how much the fact that that's a continuing character
Because
from
I
iCarly.
have to watch it with my daughter.
It's nosediving right now.
I'm sorry that I
So
spent
you
time
watch
with my daughter
it,
and
you
watch
watch
TV
it,
with her.
but you watch it with you don't like. You watch it with your ears closed, with your mind turned off. You don't like take
Yeah,
it.
but I'm saying sometimes it's hard to do when you're actually you got to watch it with your kid. I mean, I'm not. You know what that's called? That's called ignoring your kid.
No, it's not. You pretend you're watching it.
It's okay. Pretend is ignore, isn't it? Just almost the same thing.
I'd be like, eyes off me, back on the dog's
You have to show
butthole.
some interest in your kids other than fucking. I say, hey, you know what? Go watch my fucking dog. Just make sure it don't shit on my fucking kitchen floor.
I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of her face, and I can say that being an unattractive person, but she looks pretty good there. Jeanette McCurdy.
It looks a lot older than she does in the show. I mean, on the show, that's for sure.
Well, her whole act is silly. She's like beating.
But I think Nick
people up
revamps all their
constantly.
characters anyways. Don't like everybody that was on that show winds up going on and having their own show.
Not her character, man. Do you think Ariana Grande's like, God damn you? Like, it's been one season.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because all the people. What about all the people who are working on that show, though?
That's
it's
only
all the
about-
people that
All the
get their
behind-the-scenes
paychecks.
people?
You
Yeah,
know,
you're
you
right.
got to think about them for once. Instead of yourself. That's why I don't.
Oh,
do
did
it.
she claim she was hacked? That's the only reason you don't do it. And now you're very concerned about the crew getting a steady paycheck. Otherwise, you'd be in your bra all over the internet.
You get a lot of, you get a lot of hits.
Poor Sunday Jeff. He's like, really? Like, not only did I come down, I waited 2 hours.
Yeah, I waited 2 hours.
I got here at 4 o'clock.
Might be might record this. It might be the last time.
Oh no, we got big plans for Sunday, Jeff.
You got
big plans.
I got big plans too. Pull a fucking Brian, not show up.
Oh, come on, man.
I know. Now you're getting cold. I'm not sure I like this Nature Box copy, to tell you the truth.
Oh, there's a new ad?
This is a
new ad copy?
New copy, yeah.
I imagine they, after being called douchebags, they demanded that you read from the copy.
Well, this says, okay, now you have, what are we supposed to do if, like, let's say Audible and Nature Box in the same week have an ad? And they want it to be, this show is sponsored by Nature Box. It just so happens we don't have an Audible this week.
So we're safe this week.
This
the
week
show
we're
is
safe.
Definitely sponsored by Nature Box this week.
We're going to go ahead and say it, yeah.
We'll dodge that bullet when it comes.
This is pretty long right here. 15-second. There's a 15-second pre-roll, a 15-second post-roll. Good Lord. Nature Box. See, this is the part I don't like, though.
That's my line.
First, they give you all this shit to say. I'm going to say something that's going to surprise you. You ready for this? You should be snacking more. You need to be snacking more. What's wrong with you? Tell him, Steve Dave. How can you tell me to snack more? I'm going to get fat. Right there.
Wait a minute, what was going on? Were you doing a dialogue with two different people, or were you the same person?
Yes, no, this is two different people. I guess.
You're no Sunday Jeff with the voice
right,
work.
yeah, you're right.
Those two voices sound exactly
They sound
the
both
same.
like me.
I couldn't tell you were supposed to be.
I'm going to tell you something that's going to surprise you, sir.
You ready for this?
You should be snacking more, sir.
Tell me some of that Nature Box.
Yeah, there you go.
Can I have some Nature Box?
We're getting sued all over the place.
Nature Box here. Please. My favorite flavor.
In fact, we should just do this from now on. Just let him do all the commercials in droopy voice.
Oh no, people! It's funny now, but by week 3, people will be like, "Fucking enough
of that shit." Yeah, I'm gonna stop listening to the show. There's all kinds of stuff here.
So wait,
you know that cranky moment around 3 when you're ready to tear into anything?
Do you have any cranky moments at home?
Like around 3 o'clock
in the morning?
In the afternoon?
Well, anytime.
So.
You get cranky when you can't have a certain, like you're
it
hungry.
Says 3
cranky here.
It says 3 p.m. It actually specifies 3 p.m.
I guess that's in the middle of the workday.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
what, 2:30 energy or whatever the hell it is.
Whoa, that's it. We don't have that as a sponsor.
I don't drink that. It's not good for you.
Yeah.
But do you
Box.
snack healthy, Sunday Jeff, or do you?
I try.
Do you sometimes maybe go for a less than healthy snack once in a while?
Sometimes.
Off to the vending machine he goes.
Yeah.
What's your sin snack?
Probably cookies. Cookies out of the vending machine.
Fuck nuts! He would always be seen with he had like 15 cookies whenever we go to the hockey
You
game.
saying that's my sin. That's my sin. I like cookies. What can I tell you?
You remember that?
Not just cookies, but like giant cookies that like even if you crumbled them up, you couldn't fit them into like a package.
I like cookies. This man, there's 2 things.
I remember I'd be like, "Oh my god, did you see that?
Did
Did you see that move?" And he'd be like, "Huh?"
He's like, you got to like push the cookies down so he could see over them.
Got chocolate dripping down my fucking chin.
So, what kind of cookies? Chocolate chip?
Yeah, I love chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
I
think
That's
that's
really any kind of cookie, man. Chocolate chip.
Oreos.
See, those I don't like. I don't like any of the cream cookies. I
You
don't
don't
like
like
any
cream
of those.
cookies,
No.
huh? I like
Because it doesn't taste right, man. To me, it tastes terrible.
The complete opposite of what Nature Box wants us to do. Where you're like, I eat Oreos all day.
Actually, but I don't like the chocolate Oreos. I'm so
chocolate?
No, I'm so vanilla.
The vanilla ones, yeah, me
I like
too.
the vanilla ones. I guess that says a lot about me. But I can
It's like
eat.
a Vienna wafer, though. That's almost the same thing.
Does Nature Box have anything that tastes like
Tastes like a cookie?
Vienna wafer?
I mean, possibly their peanut butter nom nom.
You can put it on a vanilla wafer, right?
Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not eating baked sweet potato fries. I'm not going to fucking eat that for a snack.
Have you ever had those?
But somebody like
I've had them.
somebody
They're
like
actually not bad.
I imagine
What are
somebody
they
like
called?
Suzanne would eat that shit.
Baked what?
Baked sweet
They're called
potato
sweet
fries.
I had tortillas like that too, and you never even know they were sweet potatoes.
So right now, we have somebody here telling the listeners that's a good product from Nature Box. The baked potato see.
Not baked potato,
What's it
loaded
called?
with bacon and
Baked
fucking sour
potato
cream.
fries.
Sweet
Oh, wait.
potato.
Sweet potato fries.
That's all right.
I would never eat that, but there is. They sent us some stuff, Nature Box. Some of it was actually pretty good. I thought, no more hungriness, no more crankiness. That's a big guarantee they're making.
What's your sin snack, Brian?
Mine,
The one where you're just like, I'm feeling down. I don't give a fuck. I know I told myself I'm not going to eat this,
so 24 hours a day, basically.
but I don't care. I need to feel better right now.
Of course, it's Nature Box. The dark cocoa almonds. No, it's probably donuts. Yeah,
Donuts.
yeah, I would say
Dunkin' Donuts?
No, Entenmann's donuts. They have those
Entenmann's,
chocolate
yeah,
crumble
yeah.
things on
Chocolate
top.
and
I
yellow?
like the regular ones over there.
Chocolate and yellow, right?
Yeah,
Does Nature Box have any donuts?
Nature Box. I don't know. Let me take a look. Nope.
Chocolate donut
They
crumble
sure don't. Yeah.
with almonds.
They're like, stop comparing us to Entenmann's and Oreo and all this other
Drake's
shit.
cake, Hostess.
Yeah, Nature Box. I mean, this is for people that are like, look, I'm gonna stay healthy, and they can eat like my brother Eric. It's like I bet you he could eat like 2 sweet potato fries and not eat for like 2 more days. He's all skinny and shit.
I mean, to me, I've always equated eating healthy snacks as like eating birdseed. That's what
Right.
it just looks like to me.
Yeah, I
birdseed.
think that's Nature Box's deal, though. They're like, they want to get over that that very
Food that-
unfair and unearned reputation. Naturebox.com/TESD. And
if you
50% off your first month's box.
really,
I think it's free shipping too. Yeah, free shipping.
and if you happen to listen to this and are inspired to start eating healthy, and you're going to go the Nature Box way, tweet Nature Box, let them know you did it because of Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Yeah,
That is the key to Nature Box knowing that they're spending their money wisely by entrusting us with their brand name.
I have to imagine that some Tell 'em Steve Dave people are a little bit fit, right? Care about, whether they live or die.
I imagine, the 12%er of the female audience.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine it's right around the same.
They're all svelte, looking good.
No, I meant you the same amount. I would guess that the same amount are also healthy.
Right. Okay, so about 12%. The drop-off rate must be incredible. Like people are, like less people
Hey,
are dying.
we're picking up a nursing home, so
Yeah, I
we can
know.
afford to lose a few.
Less people are dying at the fucking the leisure center. Yeah, naturebox.com/TESD. Depending on where this ad falls, Walt, I don't know if this is going to help Sunday Jeff or not. But I'm talking about HuluPlus.com. $7.99 a month. Get your shows anytime, anywhere. They got a bunch of movies. 2-week free trial when you go to HuluPlus.com/TESD. That's a whole extra week for free. And you don't got to buy this stuff. You could preview it first. Check it out. Say, hey, is this worth buying?
Got my attention.
Yeah.
You mean? I thought you was a membership.
It is a membership.
So how do you? So you have to pay? So
No, I'm saying all this crap that Sunday Jeff buys. He's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if I like it or not. He might go on here, watch it, and then buy it. This is a good use of HuluPlus.com.
Do you think they got Plastic
Yeah,
Galaxy?
see, I don't think they're going to have that.
Yeah, they got Plastic Galaxy. I'm looking at it right here. I swear, I would think it was about like vibrators or something. I really would have.
Do they have the Voyage to Agatis?
Yeah, see if that's on there.
I can't imagine.
This is the reason why I don't have
Yeah, I'm thinking probably none of them are on here.
for the normal person.
What do we got there? You got Hulu Originals. Now that's what we got to start talking.
That's
to
what
them
we got
about.
to. That's what we got to like whip the ants into a frenzy to bombard Hulu Plus at Hulu Plus. I imagine they must have a Twitter
I'm sure.
and demand the TSD variety show.
Kids Variety Hour.
Well, it's not for kids.
Not at all.
Don't
They
confuse them.
have they have a new show, The Hot Wives of Orlando, a parody of the Real Housewives. Stars Casey Wilson, who, if I'm not mistaken, didn't she get she dropped an F-bomb on her first Saturday Night Live and then got fired shortly after that. Kristen Shaw, who I like, Angela Kinsey from The Office, she's the blonde one.
Well, who? I mean, the one who was into cats.
Yeah,
She's in that,
she's in The Hot Wives. She's so little, that girl,
but
that lady.
wow, she was.
You don't think she can be a hot wife, huh? It's not doing it for
No,
you.
no, it's not that. It's just like you go from a really good show to what sounds like shit.
There you go, Hulu Plus. You're spending your money well. That's a Hulu Plus original. And
Got walls to move on.
yeah, not that we're trying to get our own show on Hulu Plus slowly but surely.
I take that as a no.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, because I have HuluPlus.com, I'm going to watch an episode or two. Or maybe I'll watch them all, depending. Yeah.
Okay.
All episodes are on July 15th. They're supposed. So I'm going to go watch it. I'll give you an honest review next week.
All right.
Quick Draw, that's another. They're starting to do more and more because they have money, man. They got money.
Like, why can't they put that money in something that's a proven podcast? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, with guys who have been on TV,
yeah,
right? You picked up that girl from The Office. I'm sure just because she was in The Office,
right?
Why not pick up 2 Comic Book Men and an Impractical Joker?
Yeah,
right.
Equally, as if not more popular than The Office.
I mean, if we got to do the hard sell, yeah,
right. They'll be like, "What? Get that fuck out of my face." All sorts of top current season shows, top all library. They're saying, see, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I can't get behind that Hulu Plus. I'm sorry.
Sunday Jeff goes to the library. You were going to mention something about the library?
Yeah.
We get him in on this?
Yeah. Sunday Jeff, do you have anything you want to add? So far we talked about the Zen librarian, the library, Taylor
the librarian.
Yeah. And Sunday Jeff haunting the library. Scaring people away. They have animate, kid shows. They got Sam and Cat. Sunday Jeff.
Yeah, my daughter liked that.
There you go.
How much
Sanjay and Craig, which is really good. I actually like that show quite a bit.
Hey, can you download these? Keep them? Like, once you download the show, are you able to actually keep this?
No.
As long as you have Hulu Plus membership.
Yeah, it's only $8 a month. So
right, but I'm saying, like, if you're watching this on, say, whatever, or iPad or computer, you can actually download this and save it?
No.
So you can't
It's a one-time viewing, but you can you can watch it over and over again as long as you're a member of Hulu Plus.
Oh, so it's once you pay for it, it's basically there for forever for you, or you have a certain amount of time to watch for it?
I think it's. Dude, I mean, I don't know.
This is all new to me. You got to sell me. I'm not really new.
You have to. You have
go to the fucking website and figure it out.
Your membership has to be paid in full for the month to continue to keep watching Sam and Cat over and over again.
Okay.
I mean, it's. But if you let your membership,
cheap cable.
If you stop paying the money, you're not going to be able to go and watch Sam and Cat from Hulu Plus again.
I'll be very upset.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's like no other bill.
It says, note that Hulu and Hulu Plus do have ads. His content and movies on Hulu Plus are ad-free. So I think probably people are like, hey, I went to HuluPlus.com. What the fuck? They got ads. So they're just telling you here. Yep, they sure do.
Ads to what?
Yeah, like TV ads and stuff like that.
Oh, you mean commercials?
Why do they have so many rules? They have so many rules here about like never mention cord cutting or that anyone should cancel existing services.
Yeah, we went over that.
Yeah, I don't get it. Well, don't bash alternatives. That's all we should be doing. We should be trying to extinguish everything, every opportunity, every possibility to watch TV except for HuluPlus.com. Then that's when we'll get our TV show.
$8.
$8. That's not
a lot cheaper than a fucking cable bill. I'll tell you that.
Hey, don't say that Sunday, Jeff. That's what rule is that?
You're cutting the cord, bitch.
Yeah, I know. That's on one of the rules. Never suggest canceling anything.
I didn't say cancel. I said it was cheaper.
It's cheaper, but you can't
cheaper.
get live sporting events on Hulu Plus.
No.
How are we going to watch our Devils, in which the season's just around the corner?
There's other alternatives, like you said, satellite dish, everything.
Fucking Walt meandering into a fucking commercial for Comcast. Stay with me.
Xfinity.
Stay with me.
Sorry. No, I'm just trying to do it. I'm trying to fix what he just did by saying that he was bashing cable. I'm trying to build cable back up.
You're trying to repair the damage he's done.
All right.
I hear you.
$8 a month. That's nothing.
HuluPlus.com/DESD. Now this is the one you really have to hit them with.
Oh,
tell them Steve Dave. We want a show.
Oh yeah.
They were talking about it. They're gonna go listen to this ad. They'll be like, no fucking way.
Oh well, I mean, hey.
So it's up to you guys to turn them around on that.
You've got to tell them how much you would sign up just to watch that one show.
Yeah, you'd be like, I'd watch it every week,
and rewatch it.
Yeah. And I wouldn't care that I couldn't download it like Sunday Jeff's over there crying. Like, oh, why can't I have it? I gotta have it.
It's $8 a month. Well, I like that. $8 a month is cheap. It's cheaper than going through the Lincoln Tunnel.
How much you spend on coffee a month?
I don't buy coffee anymore. I make it in the morning when I leave.
All right, how much you spend on coffee?
So you've had to cut back because all these expenses.
You've got to spend at least $8 on a can of coffee, right?
Yeah, easily.
That's what I'm saying, man. Right there. Just cut out the coffee and join Hulu Plus. It's better for you.
Yeah.
Decaf?
Why, you drink decaf? I know you don't.
No, I don't drink coffee. I don't drink that much coffee anymore.
Come on, let's keep it real here Sunday,
Yeah,
Jeff. We're talking about HuluPlus.com.
Yeah, I'll cancel.
It's at Hulu. Yeah, go to at Hulu. Go to at Hulu and be like, well, don't mention any of the stuff that Walter Sunday Jeff said. Just talk about Tell 'em Steve Dave and how much we've influenced you and
how much you love the ads we do and how much you would love to see a television show spun off on Hulu.
Yeah, and none of this comic book man nonsense where everybody else gets their sticky fingers in our pot. We'll have complete creative control. We'll fucking dominate.
I like that.
Yeah. And we'll have us, like Sunday Jeff is the warden at a woman's prison.
Oh, it would be the best, man. We can have Gidim on. We can have.
No, don't say that.
Why?
People are like, no.
We could bring in Maxwell in. Like I said, we have a library of eccentric characters that we could use to build one of the greatest spoof children's shows of all times.
So you do an animation segment.
Oh yeah,
a clay segment,
puppet section. We'll read letters from viewers. Oh my God, man!
He's onto something there. It's actually not a bad deal.
I'm telling you, man.
I think he's onto something.
HuluPlus.com/TSD, sir.
Yeah, do your droopy voice. Tell them what they're missing. Go ahead.
You're missing all kinds of stuff. You're missing puppets, clay, animation, and read letters. All the good stuff.
Dude, I gotta tell you, you're 100% right. Like when you watch his face, like it starts to hang down, like droopy and shit. He really, like
really having a stroke.
He's getting into fucking Droopy's mind and shit. That's fucking pretty awesome.
You gotta be the character, right?
Yeah, you won't want to watch behind the scenes on our show.
All right.
HuluPlus.com/TESD.
I got a weird request here, Brian, but it's also very
it wasn't
humbling.
weirder than find out about the fucking Mike and Ming's morning show.
This one's better. This one's more like this one's going to hit you in a spot and really make you go like, this is pretty damn cool.
All right.
Taylor Green writes in and says, I am a library operations assistant at Leisure World, a senior community in Seal Beach, California. I am looking into adding certain podcasts that our residents and patrons might enjoy. TESD is one of the podcasts that I am considering. Many of our patrons would have issues getting the digital files to play as they may not have the appropriate gizmos and gadgets to do so. So I was wondering if we might download and burn the podcast onto discs so our patrons can check them out. This longtime ant would love to help spread the good word of TESD. I'm curious to see how our patrons might enjoy or react to the show. I would be honored to have your blessing and approval on this project. Please let me know if this would be cool with you and if you need any other information.
No, hold on a second.
Is this mind-boggling? Because when I think of a senior
is crazy.
like community, I'm thinking like
80-year-old,
90-year-olds who are bedridden.
Right. You're like, is that person alive?
I mean, I spent a lot of time going over like how we can get our listenership younger,
right?
And now it looks like maybe
you were going the wrong way. Yeah, the whole time you had no idea.
What do you think of that?
Okay, so she says it's a retirement community, or it's or like a hospice,
a Leisure World, a senior community.
So that could be 55 and up.
It's at least 55. It would be. I mean, I say like it would be stunning if anyone wanted to listen to it, but I'm so close to 55 at this point. It's fucked up. Like I don't think of it, but it's like in 9 years I'll be 55, and I wouldn't be like, oh, I'm fucking. Well, I don't understand this humor.
But I also think of it as it would be badass to be like, imagine like if it is like how I hear it or see it in my mind is every room that you go into in this community, like the rec room, the cafeteria. The steam house, it's TSD being pumped in 24/7.
Yeah, what's going to be pumped in is ambulances and defibrillators.
No way, man. We could be the official podcast of Leisure World, Seal Beach, California.
Got like all these people out in front of a bench with Tell 'em Steve Dave.
The official podcast of ARP.
Yeah. We're getting that magazine.
Right?
Yeah, you got to get the baby boomers, man. They'll get their dollar.
Will they order anything? No.
No, definitely not. And in fact, some of them will probably be so outraged they'll throw the discs away, and this person will waste their time. Which is really funny because she could have just burned the discs. We'd never know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you don't know if it's she. It's a Taylor Green, and I think you're being sexist right there.
Yeah.
You said you think librarian, you automatically think female, huh?
I thought she's a librarian.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
I'm a library operations assistant at Leisure World, a senior community in Seal Beach, California.
Yeah, I know it's as horrible for me to think that she's a girl as like, say, naming my dog Rochester, but yeah, I don't know. I just assumed it was a girl for some reason.
That's pretty weird, right? Is that a sexist mindset right there?
It might be. I mean, have you ever been to a library?
I have a sexist mindset. No.
You automatically, you think when you hear the word librarian, you equate it with a female.
I did think of female, yeah, which it shouldn't be because it's like 13% so far we figured out are girls. So statistically, it's highly likely that it's a guy. Just get it.
Because I actually do go to the library, and every time I'm there, they are women.
Get a sex-defining name. Why is this my fault?
Between the two libraries that I go, and I go on a regular basis.
Why are you at the library?
Because my kid, she gets books.
Oh, okay.
That's where I watch Sam and Cat.
I rented the DVD section.
I catch shit at home.
I'm too into it.
I love this show.
So wait, what do we give? What do we tell Taylor?
I guess
you have the permission to burn some Tell 'em Steve Dave episodes on disc and give it to the senior community?
Only if he or she promises to write back with their reactions after they listen.
Pictures.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Right? I think if they're willing to respond to us with the reactions, do you think they even have a job after they do this, though?
Oh, I mean, it depends on the episode, but it's entirely possible.
From a couple Hitler episodes, they'll like.
Well, if you could recommend one or two episodes for Taylor to put on disc, which one is it?
Cut out of 200. I mean, I would say just go for it. Put Making Hay on.
Making Hay. That may be a little much, though.
Broke.
Well, yeah. I mean, then it's baptism by fire, right? You're jumping right in. You can't ease them in. You gotta be like.
I thought maybe one of the game episodes and Making Hay.
Send them a puppet theater. Just
no
way.
Off.
No, they got to pay for that shit.
All right.
Yeah, that library has money.
That's where I'm like, I'm going to give them this free episode, then entice them to go buy puppet theater.
Mm-hmm. Put it in your library, make people pay to rent it out. I was thinking yesterday. I made a joke that in like 95% of your workplaces out there, if I said what I said, I was like, within 15 minutes, they would hand me my shit in a fucking cardboard box and be like, get out. And they'd watch me the entire time. And it gave me an appreciation.
You say this a lot. You say this a lot as if like you're convincing yourself over and over again. I'm okay. I'm doing good. I should appreciate this. You told me one time you saw somebody cleaning a rest stop.
I was at a rest stop. Yeah,
and recently you're like, and here I am, and I'm telling jokes with my friends. So I should, I really appreciate this now. I'm really in a good mindset. I saw somebody walk past my condo. They smelled like shit. And, they had dog shit all over them. And I said to myself, man, I should appreciate what I have.
I feel like
why are you doing this at all times? Why are you trying to convince yourself so hard?
I don't know. Maybe I feel like if it's not this, then it's that. There is no in between for me. I mean, I'm either making jokes at Ming's expense or walking around with dog shit all over me. That incidentally, the person above us
at your condo,
yes, rented out their unit to one of that guy's friends.
Oh, really?
So now that guy's there
hanging
all the time.
Lot, right?
I haven't seen him, but I can hear them upstairs sometimes. And it was almost like the lady's mom actually. She goes, "Oh yeah, she's gonna She's going to move in with her fiance. It's much closer to where she works. So we rented the unit to our friend." And I said, "Well, who's your friend?" And she goes, "Oh, blah, blah, blah." The guy I told you. And they don't even know his last name. And I'm like, "Why are you trying to sell me on this? Are you obviously renting it to a fucking derelict?" And
for free?
No, not for free. But I think it's like, it seems to me that maybe they have the money to be like, well, as long as there's a possibility they'll pay the rent, fuck it, Right. Otherwise, we'll just write it off taxes or whatever. But so far the guy's not bad. So far, not so bad. But I did feel like she was trying to convince me so that I don't raise a ruckus about a fucking drunk moving in and fucking, smelling the place up like dog shit.
And what about your stalker update? Any updates?
Somebody just came in and asked me this today. And it was a Tell Him Steve Dave listener. And I guess it was his girlfriend goes, who's worse, the stalker or the guy who knows about the stalker? But I've neither seen nor heard anything from her since the last contact, which I guess would have been that night. That same night.
That's good, right?
The neighbor said that she came over the next day, but then, I'm like, I haven't seen her, so I don't know if she was arrested maybe, or I have no idea. Or she didn't seem like, since she was there at midnight, she doesn't seem like the I'm going to bide my time type person, serving revenge up cold and shit. So, I don't want to totally write her off, but I haven't seen her.
It's
a stalker update.
That's a good thing.
It's always good when you don't hear from a stalker, in a bad way.
Any experience with stalkers, Sunday Jeff?
Or stalking?
No.
No?
No, I'm not. I haven't reached that stature yet.
No.
You never got
Close.
stalked?
Nah. Never got stalked.
I'm telling you, after that big news I kind of tease listeners with, our big plans with you. Mm-hmm. I imagine
make it stalked after my pigs.
I imagine you're going to have to beat the stalkers off with a stick.
Yeah.
I lost $1,000.
It's going to be on fucking I thought you said dinosaur figures, fucking Hedda something or other.
Jurassic Park figures.
I think so. Imagine Sunday Jeff became a huge voice personality.
I
like doing voice.
I'll tell you right now, no bullshit. You're got a talent for it. You really do. You have a good ear for delivering a good acting voice on for voiceover.
I actually enjoy doing it.
I heard that you have quite a library of impressions that you do of cartoon characters.
Who'd you hear this from?
No, it had to be Mark.
Yeah, it was.
Really?
He tells me that all day long. Sunday Jeff is just doing cartoon voices at the stage.
Shut the fuck up!
I wasn't doing that. I was just doing.
You told me that.
I was doing Droopy Dog one time.
Can we hear your Droopy Dog?
No, was it Droopy? No, yeah, it's going upstairs. Why are you laughing, sir?
Because I can't see the face. The face changes when he does the voice.
But isn't that the way He's droopy.
It's almost like he turns into a different person.
I feel like I should be. If you listen to any voiceover guys, you never know that half of these people, the way they talk, it's totally different than the way they normally.
How creepy was that?
I feel like I should be watching his ass to make sure that's how into droopy he was.
Can we hear it again?
I messed up your floor, sir.
I like how Sir follows everything.
Yeah, Mark told me that you were killing at the stash one Sunday as you were just doing voices all day long.
For an audience? Or
for the buyers, for Mark.
You know how we got on it? Because he said...
Thank you, sir.
We got on... Because Muse is he's got the tattoos all over.
Right.
So
he has a droopy dog tattoo.
And I just started doing the voice, and that's probably where he got it from.
Is that the only voice in your library?
I know there's more.
We could do a bunch of different
Come
ones.
on, let's hear somebody else. Do you do requests? Can you do Fred?
Nah, I'm not that. That I can't do.
Can't do Fred Flintstone? You can only do dogs?
Nah, I can't do dogs.
Can you do...
Maybe Barney Rubble?
I mean, it's not worse than shit you hear on TV, right?
No, it's not bad.
Like if somebody were to get him in?
Huh?
I said if somebody were to get him on the inside, whenever I go down to the last couple times I've been to Florida, I hang out with Dana Snyder. He does a bunch of voices and shit. He's really good. I think right now he's doing Teen Aqua Force, or I can't remember what he said he was doing last, but we should hook him up.
Oh, he does that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good show. I like that show.
Give us one more. Give us your one. If Droopy Dog's your best, give us your second best.
I'm just
who's your best though?
I don't know.
You got Scooby Doo. Shaggy.
He says he does exclusively Droopy as a dog. As a dog.
Like checking out Scoob.
Did you realize that he was this talented?
I did. I had no idea. So you learned something new about him. I can't wait to make that a clip this week.
People are going to think that we just grabbed the clips,
cartoons,
the real clips, and just dropped them in right there. But I swear on my child's eyes and I need them right now. That was the real Sunday Jeff doing those voices.
Yeah, Hanna-Barbera, do not sue us. We swear we did it.
Wow. I mean, we are going to have to utilize that talent way more.
So I say I like doing voices.
All right. We're definitely got a project involved. You're going to be doing some major voice work for free, but,
in which we'll get paid. I was flipping around. I don't know. Do you watch Jewish network television at all ever? No.
What channel is that on?
I have no idea. I was flipping. It was like on 163 or something, but I was flipping around and I just happened to hit it at the right time. The new Soupy Sales show came on.
Soupy Sales is still alive?
No. This was way back when. I mean, this had to be.
A rebroadcast.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, it had to be 80s. I'll look it up while we're talking.
I bet you're right.
Holy shit, was it unfunny. I'm like, how the fuck? Like, because I remember vaguely, not the new show, but like the Soupy Sales show. And as a kid liking it, like very, very vaguely. I watched this. I'm like, who the fuck was laughing at this?
Yeah,
it's
pretty rough,
so
right?
bad. Oh my God, it's so bad. And I don't mean to speak ill of Dead Soupy, but let's see, the new, not the old, but the new Soupy. Could you do like, what's his name? Gallagher. Like, you know how Gallagher rents out his, or like you can almost buy like a Gallagher franchise where you can go out and do his acting shit. Like, is it too late to, the new, it was 1976. Oh my God, the Soupy Sales show was 1959.
Yeah. I remember it vaguely being on Fox or whatever the affiliate was back in the day on Channel 5 for like a couple weeks.
It was literally, that's fucking pretty good, dude, because it was 3 episodes. It was literally 3 episodes.
One of the 3.
In 1979.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed it.
You know, bro, that would be like, you know how like Hulu Plus does original programming?
Right.
I had this idea. It's really rare that you brought that up. Like, how badass would a Tell 'em Steve Dave children, like a spoof of a children's show be, where we just did like, kind of like did like a show like that, like stage characters pop in and out, like, like Jeff is a neighbor that lives in the apartment building.
Right.
We all live in an apartment, and it's like done like a children's show like that. Like, I mean, how come Hulu Plus can't make that happen?
I mean, they might be able to. We haven't asked them. Like, this is the first I'm hearing of it, so it's unfair to expect that they've heard of it.
Right, but like with all the litany of characters that we have in our universe, the Tom Steve Dave universe, we could do a pretty kick-ass spoof of a children's variety show.
I mean, Christ Almighty, we just added 3 right here with Droopy, Scooby, and fucking.
I mean, how kick-ass would that be?
That would be pretty cool. I mean, it would basically be like Pee-wee.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would definitely be going into. It would definitely be inspired a bit by Pee-wee, but not so.
Over the top.
Not so pedophilic.
Really? Did you find Pee-wee
I
to be?
found that to be like just like his whole the thing where he got busted and everything. I think that kind of like made everybody go like, oh, he must be a pedophile too.
I'm sure. I mean, it definitely did make people think that for a while. But I think after they were like, oh, well, just because. I mean, if you're I know it's weird. Like, I've never personally done it. But if you're going to jerk off in public, is there any better place than a porn theater?
I would think
showing
that he's not the first man to have done that act.
Not even that day. Dude, not even that day. I mean,
but like, how out of control are you that you can't control yourself?
That you got to
knowing
do that?
What's on the line, what could happen to you if
That's
you don't.
the thing. Like, you think Jeanette McCurdy fucked up? Like, Pee-wee, like, big time. Like, he lost it all. Like,
he paid a big price for that.
Yeah, you do Pee-wee?
Man, you're talented, bro. I never knew, man. There's like untapped potential in that body. I'm going to tap that shit.
Tap that ass.
I'm going to bring it out.
Do his high voice. that thing. Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. It's like he's gonna have a stroke after he does it. But I can see the vein.
It's a lot of air you got to stick.
I can see the vein in his neck bulging, and like it looks like a fucking tire iron has been shoved down his throat.
If you want to do voice, you got to work out, bro.
Come over and train.
But what do you think, though? Huh? Maybe we talk to Hulu Plus. I mean,
I mean,
how badass would that be?
It would be fucking phenomenal, especially since like we have 10 months out of the year that we're not doing Comic Book Man.
Well, not Q. He seems to be shooting at IJ constantly, but I'm talking about maybe
It's
when
fucked up how much
when
it
IJ and comic book men go away.
Yeah.
Maybe this could be the next venture. I think it'd be fun, man. I think people would dig it.
I think so too.
Because you don't have to, you could do it as you don't have to have that much knowledge of Tell 'em Steve Dave, but if you do, it's even more enjoyable.
Right. And it's like you say, it's totally not a kid's thing, but
right.
Yeah. Little Adult Swim action.
Mm-hmm.
What's that mean?
I like it.
They have something like that on Adult Swim?
Yeah, well, that's after
nothing like you're talking about. He's talking about like after a certain time.
They're all like it's on Cartoon Network. It's not cartoons for kids.
We could do a little. We could do a run. We could do so much cool shit, man. The ideas would be endless, and the possibilities would be limitless. But Hulu Plus got to step up.
Yeah, man.
Now you know about it. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah, now you come to us. Assuming you listen to your commercials, which I'm thinking they probably don't. Shit, I was just going to say something. Oh, are you going to talk about that other thing? Or are you going to hold off on that? The Sunday Jeff?
Oh, yeah, no. I don't think we should. I don't think we should talk about our plans with Sunday Jeff for a bit till we get everything situated, contract signed.
I like what I'm seeing. Yeah, you got to get him locked down for free first.
I mean, now that he's let the cat out of the bag, that he's this talented with his voiceovers, I'm sure he's going to be inundated with offers.
What if he comes to us with an agent? What do we do? Like, we don't even speak to him directly. Marcos is like, he's good.
Comes in with glasses and a briefcase. Got the contract right here.
I tell you, Mark was like, couldn't stop talking about your voice work. He goes like, he's got the whole store laughing and bopping and rolling in the aisles with all his voice work. And I'm like, what? Get the fuck out of here.
Comedy Sunday.
Like, Marco, you're drunk. Go home.
Take it easy.
But I do want to tell, before we go, how long have we been going?
About an hour or so.
All right. But real quick, though, I don't want to make this sound like an intervention, but I did call you here for ulterior motives. I think
you smell like piss.
Oh, wow.
No, I think that there may be you may be treading on thin ice.
Oh, I heard about this problem. I'm glad I'm here.
You are you may have a problem, and you may be afraid to admit it. Your Blu-ray DVD consumption is off the rails.
Let me phrase it a different way for you. You definitely got a problem.
In the last 3 weeks, you have ordered. You want to know the count?
I'd say it's probably at least 20.
You have purchased.
But it's not my fault that they're all coming in at the same time. It just happened to all come in.
He's not to blame.
It's not my fault. I'm buying Blu-ray and DVDs at a speed fiend's rate.
You said it was out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, this is out of nowhere. Like, all of a sudden, you were like...
Hey, it's not true, because you know what? The previews never had the amount of, like, the good stuff that they've been putting in their...
You want to hear... Does the listeners want to hear some of the
some of the good stuff?
The hits that Sunday Jeff has been ordering in? Countess Dracula.
I've heard of that movie, right?
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of TNA in this movie. If you ever watch it, which I know you won't, because you ain't going to fucking open up any of these. These go on a shelf, and you never watch them.
Sounds like somebody else I know.
Sam and Clam, whatever the other one is.
Sounds like somebody else I know.
Clam. It's the name of the new Tell 'em Steve Dave show.
Plastic Galaxy,
right,
the story of Star Wars toys.
Oh, if you could see the cover. Oh, if I didn't know you, I would feel sorry for you. Like, I know you and I like you.
Why is that so funny?
You've actually brought a DVD about a documentary about Star Wars toys.
That, like, if you watch it more than once? Well, you can't just find this on YouTube? This isn't a Blu-ray, though. That's a regular DVD.
Well, there is only one Blu-ray. Mr. Blu-ray over here. You got all Blu-rays, right?
DJ Blu-ray.
The Voyage to Agatis?
I never heard of it, so...
So why'd you order it?
I never heard of it. You're not helping your argument.
He's fucking priceless, isn't he? I don't know. I never heard of it.
He's asking.
What do you want from me?
It's just like a comic. You read like the headings underneath it, and you circle it. If it's something that strikes interest.
Because in the moment, it doesn't feel real. All you're doing is making a circle. It
I'd
doesn't
like to
occur to you
watch
like,
that.
oh, shit, yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff that I've got that's terrible. Without a doubt.
I've gotten fucked
But
quite a
again,
bit.
Also because of
Lust for Freedom.
This is Wait a second. Voyage to the Agatas. I'm going to go ahead and pronounce it like
Okay,
I'm not sure if it's
can
true.
you read that background? It's up against yellow against dark blue.
You
I
guys
can't
should do
read it.
video reviews. How about that?
It's a sea, and then there's a dude swimming in the sea, and then there's it's very phallic, like the ship, like the shape of the ship.
yeah.
And then there's a dude laying on the deck in a Speedo. I don't know what that's about. I think I do.
Well, to make up for his phallic voyage to Agatis, where he's experimenting a little right there with that one, he's going, he's all man with lust for freedom.
Yeah.
As it's one of these, looks like a TNA.
All right, now you're talking.
Grindhouse special?
These girls take the law into their own hands.
That's what I'm talking about.
After her boyfriend is brutally murdered in a sting operation, Special Agent Jillian Katas is implicated in the slaying and is sentenced to prison. While behind
good,
bars,
right?
So far,
she
so good.
discovers a shocking web of corruption and begins to plot a bloody revenge in this action and TNA-filled trauma classic from the director of Nukem High.
Trauma.
Vinegar Syndrome is pleased to bring this 80s cult hit to DVD, newly restored from the original negative. Why? Why on earth would you
Struck
order
my
this?
fancy.
What about that?
Listen, I ordered Baffled. I didn't see somebody the following week is like, oh, man, I'm ordering this Baffled. So obviously you jumped on my fucking Roger Ebert over there. And,
for
thumbs
those
up.
who, and for everyone probably listening who has no idea what he's referring to, Baffled is a Leonard Nimoy vehicle. It was a TV movie that I guess they had hopes to turn into a television series from the 70s. And like you, I have the same problems you do, but not on this level.
Okay.
I buy DVDs at an alarming rate, and they never get opened. My wife vowed to me she will never buy me another DVD because she said, all you do is pile them up.
Well, here's your chance, bro. You got previews now.
What do you mean I got previews?
Oh, you used to sneak them home.
Stick it in between there. Like, hey.
Well, I mean, she's still going to see me coming home with DVDs, though, and she's going to be like, no more DVDs, she said. I got to start watching the ones I got before. I mean, I buy just trash too, but at least it's something I know I definitely want to watch.
But you do it because,
but I don't.
But you don't know that until, like I said, if there's a movie out there that you just buy on a whim and you'd be like, oh my God, this movie is either terrible or the movie's actually really good. You'd be like, you got to see this movie. It's actually, how many times you've seen like some movies that are so bad that you actually enjoy them? And then some movies
times.
that you're actually is like, you have high hopes for it and it's terrible.
But what about Plastic Galaxy, the history
That's a rough
Star
one.
Wars toys?
That's a rough one to defend,
You never collected Star Wars toys, so why would you be interested?
I had
Yeah,
Star
but
Wars
I'm saying
toys.
not at my level. I mean, you're not as interested.
Oh, just different levels.
Wow.
So
the
you're
elite.
telling
Would you fucking invest in it? All right. Well, I invested in my DVD.
It depends. Are you giving the tips? Because I'm not so sure.
I'll give you one tip.
Oh man, yeah, this one's a rough one.
This Lust for Freedom, the cover, I'm not sure if it's the design. It literally looks moldy, doesn't it? Like,
Might be the only one in existence.
Do you admit though that you may have a problem?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Come on, 20 DVDs in 3 weeks.
But again, these are all
3 weeks?
Yes.
But
Oh, wow.
they were solicited throughout the whole year, so they just happen to be 4 or 5. What's coming in next week? Anything good?
Yeah,
Give me my video
another
review.
6 are coming in next week.
No, they're not.
Come on,
Now
man.
you're just
You're not
fucking-
going to admit you have
now
a
you're
problem.
just lying to
That's the
yourself.
first step in getting help and beating this.
Okay, so you can go with me.
Well, I already know I got a problem. I don't watch any of the DVDs I buy.
This is a bigger problem than my narcotics addiction.
I don't think
I took it more. I'm taking this way more seriously than I took Bryce.
So am I.
I don't even ask him how he's doing about it. I don't even, but this one's always in my face though, because every week I got to open up the boxes.
But I'm sure when you're looking, it'd be like this. You're reading the back of it. I'm sure it's like, why is he buying this?
Oh yeah,
It would be as if, like,
This
once a
isn't bad.
month I
You know
hand
what?
you my
laughed.
drug order.
Mark wants you to order a copy of these.
Mark wants one of that.
Mark wants a copy.
You're not just willing to let him borrow the plastic
He wants his own.
Galaxy. He wants his
Mark
own.
was a big Star Wars collector too at one time. So we
Stop
share,
justifying.
No, we share.
Stop justifying.
No,
like
you
you
guys
said.
can't be each other's sponsors, that's for sure.
Nobody's actually
Tell him, Steve, Dave. You definitely had a problem, though. I don't know why you won't admit it.
She don't like milkshakes and she doesn't says it's sort of funny. She's running with her own sort of tribe. She's got a Marley Ringwald vibe. Her hair is in a golden beehive. She never even learned how to drive. Who the hell hates milkshakes anyway? She don't wear sweaters and she doesn't need your stories. She always wears a smile even when you're really boring. And she's living in her own sort of dive. And you know her favorite number's 3. And she's never gonna let it slide. You know that she is gonna get by. Who the hell hates milkshakes anyway? Who the hell hates milkshakes anyway?
This has been a production of Smodco Internet Radio. Sir, only at smodcast.com.